Welcome back to day 4 of our 12 cell salts of Christmas. If you need to go back and catch up on days 1 through 3 and our intro, go ahead and do that now before you come and listen to Ferrum Phos. We are just covering these 12 cell salts for 12 days leading up to Christmas and giving you the basics, but I do think we're covering a good amount of information. So today is day 4, Ferrum Phos, or iron phosphate. It is the most used of all cell salts. It deals with inflammation, which is a lot of things. I mean, you use this for fever, beginning of a cold, infection, or blood infections. It's a blood remedy, which makes sense if it's an iron phosphate. It helps carry oxygen to all the cells
Right.
of the body. It can help children with nosebleeds. I used to get nosebleeds as a kid, just randomly.
Mm.
So all of these things I look back now and we
Mm.
didn't know. I didn't know this.
Wish you had homeopathy. Yeah.
I know. Ferrum Phos is great for adults or kids, but adults at the beginning of a cold, slightly feverish, headachy, a scratchy throat, maybe not sure what you're coming down with, but you know you're getting sick. So I like to think of this
Yeah.
one as we talk about taking aconite and bryonia often at the first sign of a cold, cough, or flu. This
Mm-hmm.
is also a great one as the first go-to. You've mentioned that a lot as if we're going to pick a cell salt,
Yeah.
that's a great one. And doesn't one of your kids, did you call
Yes.
Grace your Ferrum Phos?
Yes. Grace. Grace. Every time she starts to come down with something, it's Ferrum Phos. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And again, take notes because you've said that. Now you know, and you go back to Ferrum Phos when she's sick
Yeah.
right away. I'm not good at that.
That's right. Yep.
So Ferrum Phos is great for a low-grade fever after a heavy period. If you're anemic, exhausted, or run down after hemorrhage, so maybe even following childbirth, if you've hemorrhaged, or I mean, there's a lot of situations you could hemorrhage. That's just one I'm more familiar with. Post-surgery,
Mm-hmm.
if blood
Mm-hmm.
loss, so that's included. Um, Bleeding fibroids, you could use 6x or 3x. I'm not sure what that means.
Oh.
Can't remember what QD
Sorry.
means.
That's six
That's
x
medical
three
language.
times. 3 times a day.
Oh, 6x 3 times a day.
So 6x 3 times a day. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Ferrum
Yeah.
Phos is good for hoarseness or sore throats. So maybe at the end, would you
Mm-hmm.
say, even at the end of maybe a cough, if you've been coughing a lot and have that sore
Yeah.
throat and you're losing your
Your
voice,
horse. Yeah.
um, from
Mm-hmm.
talking too much. If you have a raw, scratchy, sore throat, I mean, you deal with this probably often. You teach a lot of classes. So people
I
who,
talk a lot in classes. I don't ever get a sore throat from it, but if I did, yeah, this would
yeah,
be a great one. Roost Talks is another good one for when you have a sore throat from talking or singing.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting because better with
Yep.
Ruth talks is better with motion. I don't know if your vocal cords count as motion, but
Interesting. I hadn't even thought of that. Yeah, they're
we did say
moving.
that though
Huh.
recently. Ruth talks is a
Interesting.
good one. Um, Ferrum Phos
Yeah.
is also good. It's in the part, it's part of the pregnancy protocol used in the second and sixth
Mm-hmm.
months for oxygenation of the blood. So
Yeah.
that is Ferrum
So
Phos,
good.
our fourth cell salts for our 12 days of cell salts. Come back tomorrow for day 5, and Melissa's going to talk us through Callie Muir. Merry Christmas.